Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. In the last videos, we discussed about workflows and what is the use of workflow in Salesforce, why we will use, what are the evaluation criteria available, what are the rule criteria we'll select, what actions we can perform in the workflows. Okay, same like this. In this video, we will discuss about the Salesforce approval process. Okay, generally, approval process means this is like this is also like art for automation. For example, once we are creating a record, Salesforce record. For example, I will show you. For example, our requirement is like this: student is paying very less amount. As for example, he needs to pay minimum more than 5,000 rupees to join the school, but he is paying below 5,000 rupees. So we need approval for manager. Actually, student is paying less than 5,000 rupees. So we need to take school manager approval. Okay, this student is paying below 5,000 rupees. Please approve or we need to approve or reject the record, or what we have to do some actions other like this. So this type of automation we want to do. If you want to do if you want any approval from the senior people or managers, HRs, even for example, see in our companies, once we travel on site or even if we write any certification, we need reimbursement, right? For that, like this is also approval process. We need to send email to our HR people. They will send to the managers like this. So they once they approve, then they will release our certification amount like this. Correct, na? So same like this in Salesforce. If we need approval for any higher people or HR people like this, based on the relationship between the students and teachers and the managers like this, we will create approval process. So here also we can perform like same actions, whatever the actions is available in the workflow. Once we submit the approval, what actions we need to perform, like we need to update any field, or we need to send task to the manager, or we want to send email to the approver, like please approve this record. Like this, if you want to perform any actions, same actions, whatever the actions we know in the workflows, same actions we can do in the approval process also. So now I will show you how we can create approval process, what are the steps we need to follow in the approval process. Okay. uh, Actually in approval in the Salesforce, we have two types of approval process is there. One is jumpstart wizard, another one is standard approval process, standard setup approval process. What is the use of these two approval process in why we have two approval processes instead of one approval process? See, for example, in jumpstart wizard, this is like simple approval process. This approval process will create in a single step, like we don't need to create next like this, those buttons no need. Just in a single page we will mention the approval process name, approval criteria, approval approver who want we need to choose approver, right? All actions we can perform in the single page. And here, for example, this is a single step approval process. Actually, single step means, for example, see, we need multiple approvers. For example, once you see here AM is there and manager is there. So for example, student is paying more than below 5,000, first AM needs to approve. And once AM is approved, then again we need senior manager approval. So like this, if you want to create multiple approvers and multiple approval steps, then we'll go with the standard wizard. Here we can create multiple approvals and multiple steps and everything. But here this is a single step approval. Once in a single step only, here we can choose only one approver, and like this is a single step approval process. Like some actions, like some predefined actions is we don't need to define in the jumpstart wizard. Like actions means once we submit the record to approval, like record will be locked. Locked means no one will enter the no one will edit the record, and no one any changes will be not happen that record. And some predefined action pre-built functionality will be there in this jumpstart wizard. So like default settings is applicable, but in the standard wizard we will specify each action and each steps. We can create multiple steps if you want to create multiple step, and complex approval process, then we can go for standard wizard. So once if we understand the how we can create standard wizard, then easy to understand the Gemstack wizard. Okay. So how we will create approval process in the Salesforce? What are the steps we need to follow? So these are the points we need to enter in each approval step. First, we need to define approval. We need to open approval process layout. Then we need to specify approval process name, and we need to add description. Specify criteria like to submit the approval process. For example, fee less than 5,000. So we need to submit these records only to the approval process. Other records we don't need to submit. Okay, and specify approval field and record editability. Who can once we submit the record, who will edit that record? Generally, once we submit the record to the approval process, record will be locked. This means no one will edit that record. Either whoever submitted the record, that user, and approver who is going to approve that record. Those two persons only will do changes on that locked record. Remaining people, they can't do any changes on that record. Okay. So here we can see, and email template. Once we submit the approval, we need to send some initial mails, right? Like this record is submitted for approval. Please approve or reject this student. Like this, we need to send some sample emails once we submit the approval. Okay, submit the record to approval. Then in the approval page, let approval which fields he wants to see. Like he wants to see complete record, or we will give you only limited fields. Like we will assign based on we will assign only name, date of birth, and payment. Or if you want to complete student record, then you can assign all the fields in the layout, approval layout. And who will submit the approval? That record, either record owner will submit or any other users also submit. We will see that options once we open that approval page and activate the approval process. Once we do all these steps, we need to activate the approval process. So once we activate the approval process, then we'll submit the record.
Okay. So here for approval we are creating separate kind of record, right?
No, first we need to. So how we are creating workflows. So
okay,
same way we need to do approval process. Okay. Same options are available, but here we can add multiple actions at a time in the single record.
Okay.
And multiple users can approve, or if you want to create any approval, this is the way we need to use. Once you see that interface of the approval page, you understand how we are going, how we will use this approval process and all those things. Okay. For example, now I will create one approval process like this. Our requirement is like this. If a student is paying less than 5,000 rupees, fee is less than equal to 5,000. We need approval for the manager. Okay. Once student is record is criteria met, so here some actions is available, like initial submission actions. This is the first step. Initial submission and approval steps and final approval actions. Once the final actions means once approval is approved that record, what actions we need to perform actions, and if suppose he rejected, what we need to do? Rejection actions. Rejection actions. Like this, we can specify some actions on the approval interface, so that those actions will be applicable once he approved or rejected. Anything based on that, we'll do some changes on the record, or we will send some emails. Like this we can do. Okay. Once we'll see that layout, understood. So I'm going to just same like this. For example, if you want to create approval process, just search with the name approval process. Sorry. So just click on approval process here. Here we need to select which objects we need to write this approval process. Same like this workflow.
We are going first through this administrator, right?
Yeah.
Administrator, approval process.
So everything will do. Yeah.
Build from build.
Yeah. If you are confused, just you can search with that name. All those things are available like directly. So most of the thing customization we'll do in this part only, build only. If you want to create objects, fields, and all those things, apps and all those things, here we will do all those things. If you want automations, workflows, approval process builder, this task, CMS, those things we can do in the workflows and approval process. If you want to write classes, visual posters like this, we will do that in development. So, so this complete section is related to customization.
Okay, customize, create, develop. Three departments.
Yeah. So now we need approval process on the student object, right? So that's why we need to set student object here. Okay. So just click on create new approval process. Here we can see jumpstart wizard and standard setup wizard. Okay. Just now we discussed, right, what is the jumpstart and what is the, just I will show you interfaces so that you can better understand. So in this page I will open jumpstart wizard. In this page I will open standard setup wizard so that you can easily identify. See here you can see steps 1 to 6. In the each page we need to enter some data, and then we need to click on next button, then we need to enter some data, then we need to click next button. But in the jumpstart wizard, this is like simple approval process. If you need only single step approval process, here we directly we can give approval process name. Directly we'll select that see for example payment is less than equal to. So and here you can see the approver who wants to who needs to approve this record. Same. This is a simple step, single step. In the single page, we will do all the changes. All the we'll enter all the data here. But here we need to enter the data in the each step, and we need to assign the approvers, and we need to do some actions like approval, initial submission action.
Enter name and description for your new approval process. We are creating in students object, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but earlier where you have created approval process, first you should create process and that name should be given here, right?
No, this is
here. Here you are creating in again student.
No, we are creating this approval process student object, right? That's why it is showing student object name here. Just
okay.
Object name.
I thought approval process you will give a certain name and all those things, and you will go for in student object and you will give this name which is created here.
No, not like that. Just for example, if you want to create approval process account object, then we'll select, right? In the first page we are selecting object here. In the approval page here we'll see, right? For example, if you want to create approval process account object.
Okay. So directly. Okay, I understood now. Directly you are selecting the object which you want to create.
So now we need a student object, no? So that's why I'm selecting student. Okay.
And create new approval process.
So create new approval process here. Jumpstart with a standard setup wizard. Okay. For example, in this video we'll discuss about standard setup wizard because this is the complex approval process, no? So that it is once you know this approval process, then this is standard setup is jumpstart is same like this only, but this is for a single approval and single step. Here we can define multiple steps.
Okay.
I will create approval process name like student fee approval. So this is unique name. Just leave if you want to add description. Otherwise, no need. Just click on next button. Here we can select same like that in workflow, criteria or formula based. I'm setting criteria student payment.
I think.
Sorry, student payment is less than 5,000. We need approval. Okay, if this record is created, met with this criteria, then only we'll submit those records to the approval process.
Okay.
Check and then click. If you want to add multiple criteria, then
conditions. Okay, understand.
Same like this. For this, just some little bit is different only compared to workflows. This is for approvals. That is for actions only directly. Here we can see automated approval determined by. Here we can see manager field, and here you can see user fields. Generally, manager means if you open any to our user record, there we have one user manager field is there. For example, go here and see advanced user here. So here you can select manager who like for example, I am the sales executive who I want to report some people, right? So that I will select my manager is my manager. If any user in this org, for example, so that he will approve that record.
Okay.
So like this, even suppose if you want to create one more user, directly we know, right? Hierarchical relationship. Previously, I have discussed about at the time of relations. Hierarchical relationship means we'll create relationship between the two users.
Okay.
So that users you can add here, then you can use that fields that fields will be available um, in this section, custom user field section.
Okay.
But this is
So
just
if you create any hierarchical users already, then the users will come here under custom user fields.
not users, fields.
Sorry, fields.
Yeah, fields. Fields will be available. Then you can choose those fields as the approver.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm setting up my automated approval determined by is manager. Now I'm setting the manager. Either you can see use approval field of course owner. Why course owner means we have relationship between the student and course. That's the reason that field is available here. Just leave it, no problem. And here you can see administrator only can edit records during the approval process, or administrator, the currently assigned approver, can edit records during the approval process. Means administrator means he will have he will have all the permissions, so he will edit the record. And once you submit that record to approver, if you want, he is also need access to that record, then you can select this checkbox. Understood? Not difference
Okay.
between
I mean,
these checkboxes.
in the first case, it
Yeah.
will only have a right to make changes in the process, approval process. In second case, even it can also approve.
No, approval process means student. Once we submit the student record to approval process, if
Mhm.
need suppose you have entered the data and you submitted the record to the approval process, but
Okay.
somehow you need to change some data in that student record. For example, you entered invalid phone number. Again, you want to change that phone number.
Mm.
So that changes only administrator wants to do, or you need to give that permissions or any changes on the student records to even approver also. Means manager also have that access. Then he will also change that record, right? Can edit records.
Okay.
We entered suppose invalid data on the student record, you submitted already approval process. Only admin can do changes, or you want to give another permissions to approver also, who is going to approve that record, you can select this checkbox. Okay, now I'm selecting this one only, record editability properties, and click on next button. Here you can select email template. Once we submit the approval process, we need to send some email to the manager, right? Just click on next button. Which feels like approver needs to see in their interface.
Template. Okay.
Template. Just for example, how it will be look like this. This is see here. These fields can see approver, and approval history is available in this section like this. Same like this. Which fields we want to show in the their manager layout. So I will set those fields. Student name and payment. I am selecting, and ID number. Okay, I will select date of birth or email, anyone. I will do formatting like this, name, payment, email. Okay, then display approval history information in addition to the fields selected above. Only you want to do approval history fields for all the fields, then you can
Maintain
select
approval history.
security setting. All approvers to access the approval page only from within the Salesforce application. Yeah, we need this only Salesforce application. We are setting this one. Even suppose if you want to do some integrations, then we'll select this one. Like we want to see this approval page in mobile application and somewhere, we'll select this option. So now I'm selecting this option only. Just click on next button. So like who will submit that record? Either owner. Owner means suppose I'm creating student record, then I will submit this approval. Otherwise, if you want to set any particular user want to submit this record, you can set that user here, or you can select any role. CEO wants to submit this approval, or any sales people want to. So based on who will submit those records, we'll select here.
We didn't create rules, right? Still now.
No, we'll not create rules. These are the standard rules available here. Salesforce by default providing. See,
Okay.
this is that will discuss in the profile. That is security related permissions concept we'll
Okay.
discuss.
Okay.
So now I'm selecting here owner of the record. Okay, owner means generally here why it is showing course owner. Generally, student and course is having master detailed relationship, right? So
Okay.
everything controlled by parent in the master detailed relationship.
Yes.
So that's the reason your course owner is available. Suppose you don't have any relationship between the any other object, it will come here like a record creator, like owner of the record. It will create display or creator, record creator.
Okay.
Anyone. Okay, I'm selecting record creator. Just leaving. Or you want selected if you want select particular user, you can select. Otherwise, I will set my name also here. Anyone, if you want to give any others also, no problem.
Here you are giving multiple, right? Multiple
Yeah,
levels.
those users will submit the approval process.
So order, how about the order? Who has to do first?
No, everyone once these are all having access to submit that student record. See, for example, like
Is there, see, I understood. Here all need to submit, but can we give order first? This person only
no,
should
no, no,
approve.
no, no, no. Like approval, that is like approval step, na approvers. So if you want like create multiple steps, if you know, if you'll go later, then you understand.
Okay, okay.
Okay, like allow submitters to recall approval request. What is recall means? Once we submitted the record, suppose you want to do some changes on the existing that record, then we'll click on recall, then we'll do changes, again we'll submit the record. Understood? No? Recall means if you do any changes on that record, again if you that time we can recall.
Okay.
Okay, add the submit for approval button and
Recall
approval.
in the sense they can cancel, right? Approve.
Yeah, cancel or just will release from the approval process. If you again do some changes, then again we will submit.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so this checkbox is we can add approval button and approval history and the page layout, student layouts. If we will check this checkbox,
Okay.
just click on save button. So you just created approval process. You want if you cannot activate this process until you define at least one step. So here we need to select like who is going to approve this record.
Okay.
That will do in the approval steps. So for example, yes, I would like to create approval step now. I will do this later, or just create it like this. For example, I will do this later step. I will click on go button. So it will show you approval complete what till now what we did. Everything is available here. This is the complete approval page here. So this is the approval process name, criteria, approver attributed by manager of record submitter, administrator only, initial submitters use like I am me and some record owner. So these are the actions available in the approval process. Suppose once you submit the record, what you need to do? This is the default. Record is going to be locked, so no one will edit the record. And if you want any other actions, you can do task, email, at field update. Here we need to add new approval step, like who is going to approve this records and all those things. Just click on new approval step button here. So I'm selecting fee approve. Just click on next button. All records should enter this step. Okay, whatever we have entered the criteria that needs to be there, then only this approval process will be will submit. Otherwise, we can't.
Okay.
If you want to skip, you can skip. Okay, sometimes if suppose this criteria is met, automatically it will approve the record. If you specify extra criteria here, otherwise we'll leave it. This all records should be enter this step. Then click on next button. Here, who is going to submit approve this record? Either submitter can choose the manually at the time of submission. Otherwise, automatically we want to submit this record to manager. We can automatically assign user using this user field is selected earlier. Like in the approval process, we have selected manager, right? He will also submit the record. Otherwise, automatically assign to queue. Queue means like group of users. Anyone will submit that record. Generally in Salesforce, we'll use queue to add multiple users. Those users will work on that record generally. Understood now what is a queue means? For example, if we'll get any case, that case will be assigned to the multiple users. So they will work on that. Here you can see queues. Here we can add multiple users. See, I'm giving name like any we can give the name student queue. Okay. Here which objects we need to use this queue object. Currently we want to use this queue in a student object, right? You set that object here. Branch, case, course.
Student object is not here.
Student object is not there here. So because that is
Below it is see okay, users, queue members. These supported objects.
here we can assign the queue members who we need to assign those how many users we can add as many as users in this queue, so that these queue members can approve that record. Any one of these members can approve that record.
Okay.
So your student object is not available. So we'll set course object because this is relationship between the student. So that is the reason everything controlled by the course only. So that's the reason student object is not available here, because that is a child and this is a master record. So that's the reason. Okay, now we'll later discuss
You
about the
didn't
queues. No, I have not created this queue. We'll create in another concept like assignment rules. We have assignment rules. Some rules is there, auto response rules, escalation rules. That time you can better understand that queues. Okay, so queue and automatically assigned approvers. If you want to, once you submit approval process, you want to automatically assign the approval, then you can choose this one. Either I will give my name, or if you want to give any other name, you can give. So currently we'll use this field or this field. Currently I'm setting this submit or choose approval manually. Then click on save button. I would like to create new approval action for this step now. I would like to create new rejection action. No, I will do this later. Go. Sorry, I've selected first one now. Okay. We'll go back. I will do this later. Just click on go button. So now we have created this step, right? P approval. Suppose once you submit the record to the approval process, okay, and once you submit the record, you need to perform some actions. For example, I will do some actions. Once we click on submission, I need to do some actions on the approval process. I will do some field update. Like I will do initial submission means just we submitted the approval process, right? Change status. STA. Like in progress status. Any queue name. I will select. I have created one pick list field already in the student object. That is
in progress spelling RESS.
Okay, here I will select that field. I have created this field manage approval as a student custom field in the student layout. You can for this approval process only. Suppose I will open student record. Just click on new button. Set this record type. Here you can see this is this picture I have created. So these are the actions available in progress, approved, rejected, recalled. So now we will use this field in the approval process.
Okay.
Okay. So once we submit the record, we'll make it as in progress. Just we submitted the approval process. So we'll convert that field as in progress.
Okay.
Okay. So that initial submission actions. Okay. For example, once they approved the record, what we need to do? We need to make that field as approved. We can give any name. Just I'm giving their business only. and select that field. So I'm selecting, once they approved, then it will be, that field will be updated with the approved value. Save. So if you suppose they rejected, what we need to do? So this is recall actions, no need. So I'm, once they approve or rejected that record, reject status. So I'm selecting same field again. You understood now this why we are creating these field updates and all those things, because of based on the approver actions, we are updating that field in the student record.
Okay.
Okay. Suppose these are the actions we performed, and we'll do, if you want, we can create more actions like that. So for example, once we submit, we need to send email alert to the user, like need fee, requesting fee approval, fee approval, name, student object, email template. Previously we have created one email template for workflows, right? We will use same email template, fee template. Recipient type, user, only whom we need to send this email. I will send this user as approver now, like this email. If you want, we can add other emails also.
See, you should select who need to approve, right? That user only you should select here.
Yeah, in the approval, once we submit, once I submit record, that I will set this user only. In the record,
So it will go to this user. So the user will come to know he need to approve.
yes.
But have you given this username in the approval list earlier?
No. Once we submit the record, then only it will available which whom we need to assign that record. We will see in the once we create this step.
Okay.
If you want to add any additional emails, we can add, no issues. Just click on save. So these are the actions we are performing now. Once we submit the approval process, we are sending one email and we are updating the student record field update is in progress. Okay. If suppose he approved, we are updating the record as approved, and we are suppose we are removing the lock option. We are unlocking the record. Once we upload, we will change this as record lock na. Unlock the record, we will do this. Okay. So here also unlock, here also unlock. If rejected, then also will unlock. So the recall with this. So these are the actions we are performing. Okay. Once we will do all those things, just if you want to check how our approval process is looking like, just click on view. You must enable download Flash Player. We'll see that pictorial representation, how it is looking like and all those things. So this is the criteria, our criteria. This is the start. If this criteria is met, this is the payment. This is the entry criteria. We'll see here. Student payment is less than 5,000. If yes, it will enter the here. Initial submission actions, what you are performing? Like we are updating records in progress, field update, and we are locking record, and we are sending email. This is the email alert. Here you can see why based on your setting, that option is available here.
Okay.
So this is the complete flow. You can check here what actions once we did, how it is looking like upload process and all those things here. Just pictorial representation. Okay. So now I'm activating here this upload process. So now upload process is activated. So now I will open any student record here. Okay. Just I will enter the data. So I will do one thing. In my user, I will select. We'll see later that one. So I will enter student data. Test approval. Okay. And payment, I'm less than 5,000, right? For example, I will give 6,000. What will happen? We'll see. We can submit or we cannot submit. I'm giving more than. This is not meeting the criteria now. I'm selecting these are the master detail fields. We will leave this field as a none only. Entering the data and clicking on save button. So here record saved. For example, here this is the option is available right here. this is a submit for approval button. Once we submit approval this record, those history, everything is available in this section, approval history. Okay, we need to add this one in the page layout through page layout. Okay, for example, I will click on approval button. Once you submit this record approval, you might not be able to edit or recall it from approval process depending on your settings. Just click on OK. So here you can see this record does not meet the criteria because we entered the more than 5,000. Here I will edit this. I will give 4,000. Click save button. I will again submit this record for approval. Just click on submit for approval. Okay. Here we can see, right, at the time of approval selection, we have this option, right? We'll see initial submitters who can submit this record. That is the not action. 1 minute. In this actions we did that manually we can choose the assign approver. So that's the reason we are now this option is available. We can choose any user. For example, I will select any user in this org. We have only 2 users only, so I will select this user. He will only approve that record now. Just click on send next to approver. So now that user will receive email, and we can see that approval history. This is pending from this approve user.
1 minute, let me check. Yes, student paid amount.
Yeah, that email we can receive. Even I will do one thing. Otherwise, I will add even my email ID so that I will. That is easy for me. I will add here my email ID also in this.
Okay.
Email alert. Okay.
But I got 2 times the mail.
Maybe previously we created some workflows, right? Maybe that mail also you are receiving.
No, but saying the name student approval only with this subject only I got.
Huh. Okay, why? We'll see once. Student fee approval. Okay, this is the initial submission action. Okay, because we
you have given earlier,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, in the approval assign email template, we have set it 2 times now, so that's the reason you are saying.
In feed template also you have selected my name.
Sorry?
Over there also you selected the same user.
Where?
I'm asking, right? Or you are selecting at that time. You have created earlier in different actions.
No, actually I've selected this email template 2 times now in the process definition and here. So that's the reason you are receiving 2 times this email ID. Email.
Okay.
For example, we'll do one thing. I will create one more record so that even I will get email, right? Just click on continue. For process fees 4,500. Okay, I'm selecting this mandatory here. Just clicking save button here. Now here you can observe this is approval is field is blank, and here all the this is also approval history also blank. Once we submit this approval process, this field will be changed to in progress. Okay, and that approval history is available in this section. So here you can see pending up to actual approval here. Now I'm able to see this options resign approval because here I can also approve this record. Why?
Okay.
Yeah, I am the system administrator, right? Generally, these options is not available for the normal users because I am the system administrator. That's the reason I'm able to see.
Okay.
Okay. So now you can see that here in progress.
Okay.
Why?
Updated.
Yeah. We are the initial submissions actions we specify this field update and email alert, right?
Mm.
So now I will check I received email or not. Student amount paid
Already.
922. This is the recent one. So approval, you can see here approval student name also here. Student name and
Okay.
how much is paying. Please approve or reject like this.
Okay.
Okay. So now even I can also approve, or otherwise even is Venkat also can approve this record.
Okay.
So I will show you once in my homepage that is available or not. So that generally once we submit that approval process, those are available on the records homepage in this section. Here you can see right items to approve. These sections, those approval records is available. So now I assigned to Venkat now. So I will try to log in with that Venkat now. Just click on setup button. Even here I can also approve, but you wants to know like how other people can approve. Venkat also approve.
Okay. Okay.
So that's the reason I will log in with Venkat so that you understand. Your Venkat is there, right? So just I'm clicking login button. So now login with Venkat. So now just in the home page you can see that record is available. Two records. This is old record. Just now this create this record, right?
Okay.
So approver can see those records in this section only in the home page.
Items to approve.
Here you can see.
Okay.
Even if you assign some task in the approval process, we can assign some task also, right here. Field update. Otherwise, you can create some tasks. Those tasks are available in this section, task section.
Okay.
Okay, like the student is paid this amount. So please like respond either the student like that. We can create on some task and we can assign the task to this user.
So here it is in task is nothing but it is a description kind of thing.
We are assigning some work to that person, manager.
So the task, he will read the task and he will look into the items to approve what I need.
Yeah, that section is available. If we assign any task, that section is available here.
Okay.
Okay. So for example, I will click here approve button. So we assign these fields in the approval, right? At the time of which fields we approver needs to see. We have selected this field at student name, payment, email. That's the reason he is able to see these fields only. Okay. Suppose I want to approve or rejected. Suppose I will approve this record. Approved. Just we click on approve button. So we are directly moving to the student page here. Which student we are approving that record. Here you can see, right? Approval field is approved. Because of that record is approved. We added that option in the final approval actions, right? If it is he approved, we are updating that field to the approved, and we are unlocking that record. So now we are that lock option is not available here, right? So here, once we submit that record, that option is available. But now we approved now, so that's the reason that option is not available. Lock option is not available. Here you can see status approved. Even now I will log in with my user. Also, I am able to see that option. I am log out with Venkat. I will try to log in with my name now. So again, I am logging with my name only. So now we will open student that record. See here, same section approved. Submit for approval. So like this, we can do approval process in Salesforce. Suppose if we rejected, then that status it is showing rejected here, and we added one rejection action also, right? So that action is applicable here. That field is updated with the rejected.
Okay.
So like this, we can do approval process in the Salesforce actually. If you want to create multiple approvals again, just now we have added only one step, right? If you want to add multiple steps, you can do with. You can add multiple steps here. Again, you can create one more step here, approval steps. But that option, if this is approval process is already active now, activated, so we cannot create existing approval process. We cannot add multiple steps again in the existing approval process. If you want to add again more steps here, this is step 1. Again, you want step 2, you can need to clone it.
And we need to create new one.
Yes, we can add more steps like this only. If you want to perform complex approval process, So this now this is a step where you can see right here. So like this, you can create multiple steps here. For example, you want this is step 1, we approve. Like you can create one more process here, medium approve. Like this step 2. Like this, you can create one more step approval process. So once this step is completed, that will be moved to the this step 2. Understood, na?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is all about the approval process. So we'll discuss some interview questions related to approval process, so that you can understand better in depth how approval process we can use. Okay. So for example, this is a scenario. After activating the approval process, I want to add one more step. Is it possible?
No.
So what we have to do? It is not. We need to clone it.
We need to clone it and make a new process.
Yeah. This is interview questions they will ask you. Okay. And this is also important question. Is it possible to start approval process after records is created in a Salesforce without clicking on submit approval button? Yes, that is possible. We need to do with the Apex classes. We need to use Apex triggers, or we have one more concept called process builder. Okay. Once we discuss these topics, you can understand how we use this approval process in this trigger and other things. Okay. Just for now, you can just understand, is it possible? We'll do with the process builder and trigger. Okay. For example, how we can achieve dynamic approval process like approve of position. Record should be user defined in the hierarchy manager field position. Dynamical approval process means, for example, we have one student record here, right? So in the student record only we can create one more field like approver. One user field I will create, look up to or master anything. So approver we can select here, I will create, and I will set that user who needs to approve this record. So that whenever I submit the approval process, so that field needs to be whoever the approver is there in the student record, we need to submit this record to approval to that user only. Okay. That is called dynamic approval process. We can do that dynamical approval process in Salesforce or not? Is asking that question only now. Yes, we can do that one. That one, so we will need to do some coding. We will do with that coding. We need to use triggers in standard approval process. You need to define approval. We are creating approval process. In the trigger, we can specify who is going to approve this trigger. Okay, this is triggers means classes and all those things, Apex class and all those things. And this question: can we implement multi-level approval process in Salesforce? Yes, different steps in the approval process. Just now we implemented only fee approval. Yeah, if you want to add one more step, then create like a medium approval. Like student is going to English medium, so either please approve or not approve. Sometimes, for example, take scenario: student is having very less marks in their 10th class like this, 10th class time, but he is interested to join English medium. So that time we need some approval for that. So that time we can add one more step in that same existing approval process. Okay. So that is possible. So these are the questions. This is related to the approval process, all those things. Like this is very important. Actually, this is very complex also. In even interview will also ask some in-depth questions related to the approval process. What will happen to once we submit the record? What will happen? Record will be locked. Correct?
So no further action can be taken.
Yeah, who will do some? Suppose we need to do some changes on the student record. Who can do that changes? Either approver or submitter or administrator. These persons will have complete access, right? That record. Record owner, anyway, record owner will do anything, can do anything on that record. And system admin means he is the super user. He will do anything. And manager approver means we have submitted this approval, right? He will also even you can will give that will check enable that checkbox only. Approver will do changes. Otherwise, only record owner and administrator only do the changes.
Okay.
Okay, Venkat. That's all in this video. So I'm stopping recording.
Okay.